Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are you all doing today? Please don't forget to like this video, like it on your way in. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe, y'all. Oh, wait, hold on. It's right here. It's right here, right here. I hope y'all are having a great day. I know I am. I'm still a little sick today, but good news, good news. I'm feeling a lot better. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. So, that's great. Hold on. Wait, 1 second. Hope y'all are having a great day. Hold on. Use. Okay, here we go. All right. I just had to do something real quick in the back. All right. So I hope y'all are having a great day. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter. We're going to be on Twitter today, okay? Because I'm going to show y'all some things that has been going on that y'all going to think is extremely interesting. Okay. Also, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. All right. And don't forget to go over to jovibeauty.com, get you one of our dope scarves, bonnets, mugs, etc., etc. Okay. And if you made an order in the last week, because I wasn't here, okay, child, I done drug all that shit to the post office and to FedEx. Shout out to Sissy in the Netherlands. Okay, shout out to you. FedEx is coming. It'll be there in about 5 days. All right. So all the merch is sent out. Okay, so just wait on it. It's coming to your doors. What else? What else? What else? Hey, Mahogany, how are you doing this beautiful morning? All right, so I wanted to talk to y'all about Kamala Harris. Okay, y'all know that I like to dip my toe in the politics. Okay, I like to dip my toe in the politics because I enjoy it and it's important. And somebody got to tell y'all. So here I am. All right. Um, and I was on vacation last week when she was nominated. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into all the money she has raised. Even last night, she raised about $2 million with a bunch of white women. Shout out to the bunch of white women on that call who was opening the checkbooks. Okay. And also she recently got endorsed by Mr. Obama. Okay. So we all are here for it. Before we begin, like I said, please don't forget my damn kid, man. She know I am very weird about my desk. It's dust. It's crumbs. Not even a lot of crumbs, but when you feel it. Anyway, so before we get into it, y'all already know the vibes. I'm gonna drop this intro and we're gonna get on with the rest of today's show. Okay. 1 second. I'm trying to find a specific. Okay, so we know last week Joe Biden. I believe it was Friday, a week, right? It's like a week. Joe Biden gave it up. He was like, I got COVID. This COVID is showing me that I can't do it. And for the most part, I feel like not even a COVID, let's be honest. I feel like I get, and he said it, and we'll probably play the speech in a minute. He feel like he can do the job, right? He feels like he can do the job, but it's not about him, right? And his age has been a contributing factor to all the issues the Democratic Party has been or would have been having if he would have stayed in on the ticket. So he decided to, you know what, I'm gonna give it up. Fuck my ego, fuck my, my revere for the job. It's about the country, right? And that's a big deal because we know the other person don't care about the country, right? So let me throw this up. Okay. I hope y'all are all having a great day. Let's see who's in here. Hey, Proverbs. Hey, Summer Baby. Hey, Bree. How are you? How are you? How are you? Oh, side note, since we here, someone reminded me of something, and I want to make a really quick adjustment to yesterday when I was talking about Sunny TV. A lot of y'all have been following us for years. Y'all have been members for years. So a lot of y'all, someone mentioned something yesterday that made more things pop into my mind. More things as in, when I said that last call I had with Sunny TV and Sean Davy Way, it was also someone else on the call. Okay. It was Hot Shot TV. Y'all know Hot Shot. I don't know if he's still on here doing, creating the content like he was creating the content. But back then, Hot Shot TV, Sunny TV accused him of sexually harassing her. And he had proof that she was coming at him, and he was not trying to take the bait because she messy and she was married and just had a baby. Like, what the fuck? And a lot of that was one of the things where I was like, well, just tell the truth. We talking about Sean and deleting them videos, and we were talking about Hot Shot and her on her channel trying to garner sympathy, acting like he was, she was in danger, child, and this man was doing something to her when he had all the proof in the world, showing screenshots or whatever, that wasn't the case. And I kept asking her, well, is that true? And she was very upset. Okay. So I just wanted to make that little alteration to what I said yesterday, because I honestly completely forgot about Hot Shot. It was 5 years ago, okay? I completely forgot about Hot Shot. But he was the damn last straw with the Sean shit. That was the last straw. That was like, bitch, you lying on niggas, you doing this. It was crazy, okay? So I just wanted to say that really quickly, because like I said, one of y'all subs jumped in there and was like, girl, yeah, but remember this happened too, and this happened. And as soon as I saw a Hot Shot name, I said, oh shit, I forgot all about him. So shout out to Hot Shot. Ask him if y'all think I'm fucking lying, because I heard she was all on I didn't realize yesterday when I made my show that she actually went on Voodoo Doll's channel. I didn't realize that because I didn't watch that episode, but crying and shit and getting sympathy from y'all. And check yourself. All right, now I just had to say that. Are you dumb? You, not DC. No, I don't mean it like that. No, I've done that before. No, we did that before. She said she. That's great for her. That's fantastic for her. I don't really give a shit if she did a live this morning. I just wanted to elaborate because I forgot. And one of the comments, if you look in the comments from yesterday, someone mentioned it. It was over a quarter. Yes, let's get back to the real important news, because that girl is not important news, and we have an election to win. Okay, we ain't got time for foolishness. So I got my Twitter and I got my Twitter and my IG up. We're gonna start with Twitter on the Shade Room. Okay. So just a couple of things that been coming out. We see, y'all already know, Beyonce allowed her to use her song Victory. Beyonce jumped on that so damn fast. Now everybody know that Beyonce is a fickle one, okay? But they said Beyonce approved that song and her using the Victory song in like a day. Okay, she didn't even, like, Beyonce was like, yeah, girl, tapped in. Okay, so she got to use the song. Then we heard the first day that right now they're saying 46 in this comment, but at the end of the 2 day, I believe it was 24 hours, It was 80 something million dollars, okay, that she was able to raise. This first phone call that had was this a phone call that they have, I guess, monthly regarding how to help Kamala, how to win as Black women. I think it's the hashtag is win as Black women. Black women win. Listen, if I fucked it up, I'm really sorry, but they raised all them Black women got on a phone call. It was like they had to call the Zoom people. The Zoom people had to like let more people in. They were at like 60,000 deep, okay? And they still had people in the back trying to get in, okay? So the Zoom people already knew what was happening. So the Zoom people been adjusting. The Zoom people been adjusting and working hard because they already knew that there's going to be a lot more calls coming, and they need to be prepared, okay? Because the money.
He wanted to be here today. He is feeling much better and recovering fast, and he looks forward to getting back on the road. And I wanted to say a few words about our president. Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment over the past 3 years is unmatched in modern history.
Very true.
In one term, he has already, yes, you may clap. In one term, he has already surpassed the legacy of most presidents who have served 2 terms in office. And
this is true. We have to remember when he came into office on the back of Donald Trump doing all the insanity, okay? And dealing with the ramifications of that, all right? It was crazy. I know we like to cut out that part in our lives. We all love, I say it all the time, during the pandemic, your girl, I can't even remember time, okay? It was like that shit didn't even count. But in reality, it did count. We have to remember all the crazy shit that was happening and all the things that Biden had to fix. It was deep. How much people actually died, okay, because that man was telling y'all this shit wasn't real. That man was telling y'all to drink bleach. That man was telling y'all all this weird shit. And we ended up, if I remember correctly, we as in the United States of America, we lost more people per capita than anyone else, because only our president was pretending like this wasn't a thing while it was taking people out of here. That was only our president, okay? So we need to remember stuff like that.
First came to know President Biden through his son, Beau. We worked together as attorneys general in our states. And back then, Beau would often tell me stories about his dad. He would talk about the kind of father and the kind of man
I like the way
that Joe Biden is. The qualities that Beau...
We're going to click out of this. You know what someone told me, and I thought it was real funny, but the person who told me this is, they do manual labor. Let me say that. They do manual labor, plumbing, construction, they, hard nigger shit, right? They do manual labor. And they were talking about how her voice changed, about how, oh, she wasn't sounding like that before. Now she's trying to sound Black. And I had to try to explain to that person, because again, they don't have those sort of experiences, what it is to be Black in corporate, in government, in corporate, in these positions, and what code. I'm like, have you ever heard of code switching? Like, if anything, we are seeing more of who she is now than ever before, because she was still working her way up to the top. Okay. This child went to Howard. Okay. And joined AKA. Okay. If you don't think that she was rolling necks and giggling and laughing and, at the partying, you fucking confused. If you think she playing this role, this is who she is, because this is still just a little bit of who she is, because we all know as Black women, we still cannot show these people exactly who we 100% are. So I found that very interesting. And I found it so interesting that this person, manual labor person, and I guess the equivalent of a lot of the middle America motherfuckers who don't know no better, who don't know nothing and don't know any better, could not comprehend that, or I had to explain, what code switching was, and that like that's a real thing. That's not just something that, because you don't have to code switch because you're a plumber and you go and y'all spit and I don't know what the fuck, y'all spit or whatever. So what else are we gonna show? So we did notice she walked. We ain't playing this. Y'all saying gonna get me hit, okay? So that happened. We know they are supporting. Charlemagne the God said he is supporting Kamala. I don't know if I care about that. I'm just looking at this Delta bullshit on the screen, but don't mind me. Delta can get on my nerves for a week now. Donald Trump, the Secret Service director, she resigned because of the foolishness that happened at the where he apparently got, the doctor is saying that they don't, and the feds are saying they don't know if it was or shrapnel. So we'll see. I don't know. That's what the feds are saying. Don't take my video down, not today. Then Joe addressed the nation. We saw that. We all saw that. I'm just trying to go before I jump over to Twitter and we get into today's news. Because, I ain't been here the last couple of days.
Who believe in reproductive freedom will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans because we trust women to make decisions about their own body and not have their government tell them what to do.
Did y'all hear about the baby that was found in Texas this morning in the garbage? Just curious. Did y'all hear about the little baby that was found this morning in a Texas garbage? Yeah. That happens. It used to happen a lot. It's going to happen a lot more often. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. That whole situation is crazy to me. But let's continue going. This motherfucker. Okay.
Fight!
I'm showing y'all all of this because we already know Harris is our president. I'm trying to show everybody who ain't got who doesn't watch the news and don't pay attention. I know a lot of people who don't watch the news. I gotta tell them the news. So for those who don't watch the news and be on this gossip shit, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of educational shit for your ass right now. Okay. So this is a senator. Okay. He's a senator. And this was what he was saying at the RNC. Y'all read it, right? Regret the divisive remarks he made regarding a civil war in the event of a Trump loss. This is real. And I just want to say this because this is the same person that I was speaking to about, code switching and shit. They think it's going to be a war regardless. Okay, I agree. But do we want, you got to think of this. Do you want to go to war with the Confederates? Let's call a spade a spade. We the Union. Bree, you better find your way up north, girl. We the Union, okay? Well, y'all still got California, so you better go over there somewhere, okay? But we're the Union, right? Do you want to find your way in a fight with these Confederates when they are in charge of the bombs and the army? Do you? These motherfuckers could have all the guns in their little basements or their little bunkers or whatever. But do you really want, because these niggas on here got guns too. But do you really want to be in a war with the Confederates when the Confederates are in charge? I think not. I think not. If we're gonna be in a war, at least let us have access to the shits. Let's go.
Fight! We got time. Come on. Hey, we are in the fight for the soul of our nation. We are in a fight for our kids and our grandkids, a fight that we can never imagine. I believe wholeheartedly Donald Trump and Butler County's J.D. Vance are the last chance to save our country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. It's the greatest experiment in the history of man.
If they lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save this country. So they saying if they lose this, it's going to be they've been telling us that. Pay attention. All of those, oh, it ain't that serious. Oh, yeah, it is. All of those, it was always a thing, when it was the Bushes or whatever. No, this is real shit. This is real shit. This ain't no little shit. This is real shit. Y'all ever been through war? No. Because the last time we had a war on our fucking land was the fucking Civil War. We go to other places. We was at war all most of the 2000s. We were at war, but we were over there just fucking other people's shit up. We here. Can't ignore that. We here. Oops.
Mankind. And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump on our side.
Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump. Child, I'm glad we got the Bloods and the Crips on our side. I'm glad we got these knucklehead niggas on our side.
Fight!
Smitty. Oh, I know a nigga named Smitty, but he black though, so I ain't gonna say that. But Smitty.
As somebody who doesn't like Trump, myself, the elites were right about Donald Trump, right? I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. As somebody who doesn't like Trump, myself, the elites were right about Donald Trump, right? I'm a never Trump.
Can I say something? That's J.D. Vance. Y'all know he is Trump's VP pick. Y'all. One, I'm not even going to talk about his Indian wife and how magmas are raging because his wife is Indian and his kids have Indian names. Okay, I'm not even talking about that. Doesn't he look like? Have y'all ever read or watched any of those YouTube videos that they recite or tell the story of like Reddit posts? Doesn't he look like and sound like his wife that made a couple Reddit posts about him? He looked like a motherfucker who does some crazy shit on a Reddit post that his wife is writing in to ask people, is she the asshole because her husband is a racist? Is she's the asshole because her husband brought her to the Republican National Convention when they were talking about deport immigrants when her parent is an immigrant, her parents are immigrants, and she's a first generation like me. And that birthright shit mean her ass too. Okay. I thought that shit was just interesting. Is it just me? Maybe. Donald Trump campaign has filed a complaint with the FEC, complaining the transfer of funds from Biden re-election campaign to the Harris presidential campaign is a violation of campaign finance rules. Baby, she's making hundreds of millions on her own. And we don't care about what they say. Why is it always the people that they always want you to play fair when they ain't playing fair worth a damn? Didn't you just get voted? Didn't you just get the Supreme Court to allow you to be king, asshole? Didn't you just do that? And you worried about funding? Shut up. All right. Oh. We heard the colored. I don't even want to play it. Some idiot, because Kamala did the smartest shit ever. Okay, I'm gonna play it anyway. Kamala did the smartest shit ever. Okay, and she was already booked or whatever to speak at the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. You know how they have their yearly things, and she went. Because, baby, if you don't know nothing about the Divine Nine and the wealth of those ladies and gentlemen and how much they riding, then you are confused about why the fuck she went there instead of going to a regular old rally. Okay? Let's have some common sense. Plus, she already said she was going. Let's listen to Joe Biden's departure address, okay? Because it's a beautiful address, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up so y'all can hear it.
I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition. So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. It's the best way to unite our nation. You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now. I believe my record as president.
So that was just a little bit. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Give me a sec. That was just a little bit of what he said. Y'all is going on about this girl and she don't matter. To those, Joe Biden wrote, to those who never wavered, to those who refuse to doubt, to those who always believed, my heart is full of gratitude. Thank you for your trust, for the trust you put in Joe. Now it's time to put your trust in Kamala. Love, Jill. Joe Biden. To those who never wait. I don't know, child. I don't know. I can't read it. Can't read it. We ain't even gonna play ourselves. So then Obama jumped in and was like, the sacred cause of the country is larger than any one of us. Ooh, I love it for them. Joe Biden has stayed true to these words again and again over a lifetime of service to the American people. Thank you, POTUS. Like, listen, it's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than, the migrants. It's bigger than that. It's weird. They're trying to change the whole freaking country. I don't know. I don't know if they want to send, if I don't know. Child, we're going to go from the fucking, what do we call them, girls with the hoods, you know what I'm talking about, to the fucking Hunger Games. I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, let's keep going up because, you know, this is all everybody's talking about. So he agreed to debate. It's now appeared he's backpedaling. Voters deserve, that's what Kamala said. Voters, this came out today? Yeah, yesterday. Voters deserve to see the split screen that exists on a debate stage. I'm ready, so let's go. Child, he don't want to go up there because everybody's talking about the prosecutor and the felon. Child, listen, he do not want to go up there. And not even that. Her wordplay will demolish him. She's a fucking lawyer. Like, she's a lawyer, bruh. She will demolish you. She's trained in word combat, okay? She's trained in world combat.
When you go to the polls in this,
listen, let's just need to throw it all at you. I'm throwing it all at you, but listen, for those in the back who be like, I don't pay attention to politics, this is for you.
Country, as a parent, you should have more power. You should have more of an ability to speak your voice in our democratic republic than people who don't have kids. Let's face the consequences and the reality. If you don't have as much of an investment in the future.
Oh, baby, you will face the consequences. You will. I love it for them. You know what I love? Let me tell you how much I love it. I love that Donald Trump in the last 8 years has fostered these people to come out. Ooh, I didn't know I did that. Have fostered these people to come out and show us exactly who they are. For them to feel so comfortable to say the shit that they say, to tell you the shit that they should not say out loud. This is not, racism isn't a new thing. The senators, governors, presidents being racist or a little racist isn't a new thing. But being emboldened enough to come up and being sexist, we know being sexist isn't a new thing. Okay? But being so emboldened to come up and express yourself like this, when half the country are women, I love it for you. I do.
Of this country, maybe you shouldn't get nearly the same voice. Now, people will say, and I'm sure the Atlantic and the Washington Post and all the usual suspects will criticize me about this in the coming days. Well, doesn't this mean that non-parents don't have as much of a voice as parents? Doesn't this mean that parents get a bigger say in how our democracy functions? Yes.
I have a question. Quick question. So does that mean if we're going by his logic and the parents does that mean that women who are the primary caregivers, who are most times single parents a lot of the times, but even when they're not single parents, we are normally the primary caregivers to our children. We are normally the ones who are thinking of our children's future. Does that mean that women should have more rights to vote in elections, or just more rights in general, because we are the rarers? I said rarers. We are the rarers of the future. I'm just asking a question. Because how many diapers do you think JD Vance has changed in his life? How many baths? Okay. Now we can say maybe his kids don't bathe, you know how them Caucasians be. No, his wife is Indian. They bathe. How many baths? His children's middle name, or because we've seen a lot of videos where these men don't even know their children's birthdays, middle names, teacher names, what doctor they go to, none of that shit. Allergies, no, none of that. So does that mean, with that same logic, if we're going by that logic, which is illogical, but let's go by that logic, that if the people who are rearing the future should have, then that implies that women should run the country, because women are the ones who raise the future. Because let me tell you, if shit go left because his wife is Indian, he will more than likely divorce his wife and what? Abandon his children. We know this. White men abandon their children too.
Absolutely. When you go to the polls in this country,
I don't hear anything. Where was I? Hold on. I was up. Oh, did it delete? I just saw it, right? Here you go.
When you go to the polls.
Did I do something to the mic when I was messing around? Headphones. Yeah, I did do something. My bad.
In this country, as a parent,
well, we heard what he said. Yeah. During JD Vance's run for Senate in 2021, he told Tucker Carlson on Fox News to look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC. The entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. Mind you, these people who are at Senate, a lot of them don't have time to raise children. How much time do these senators spend with their families when a lot of their families are back home and they're in Washington? or at the RNC on Grindr. How much time do they actually, that most of those men raise their children? They don't. Their wives do. So shut the fuck up. Okay. Ciao. Donald Trump campaign communication manager mentions Barack Obama in statement regarding scheduling a debate against Kamala Harris. Now, what the fuck Obama got to do with it? Given the continued political chaos surrounding crooked Joe Biden, and why is crooked capitalized? That just, y'all see that? Why is crooked capitalized? But okay. And the Democratic Party general election debate details can't be finalized until Democrats formally decide on their nominee. There is a strong sense by many in the Democratic Party, namely Barack Hussein Obama, that Kamala Harris is a Martix fraud who can't beat President Trump. Really? And they are still holding out for someone better. Therefore, it would be inappropriate to schedule things with Harris because Democrats very well could still change their minds. Are you what? Huh? She said, what happened to anytime, any place? I love it for her. See, I love the black girl coming out of her. Trump agreed. Oh, yeah, we read that already. Okay, so we're going to move our butts over now. Where? To Twitter. Y'all know I love me my Twitter. Twitter be with the shitter. Well, before we go over to Twitter, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Please follow. Please subscribe. Now let's look at some. And don't forget, if you can, donate to the channel. Y'all see my Cash App on the screen. Super chat, all that good stuff. It is very much appreciated. Now let's get back and look at some of these comments before we run over to Twitter and see what the fuck they're talking about. Let's see what y'all talking about over here. We sisters trendsetters. We are the black men did it. I believe they raised like $1 million. We're gonna pull up those stats. The Trump playing in y'all face. No, Trump playing in his own face. Let's say that. He playing in his own face and he playing in the Republicans' face. But okay, if they want to please, listen, you can't make people be smarter than they are. It is what it is. You know, you got to just allow people to be who they are. You ain't going to teach them nothing. You ain't going to train them. They ain't going to be no better. A lot of these people are multi-generational racists. A lot of these people are descendants of fucking Confederate soldiers, and they trying to make up for great granddad, okay, or for grandpappy or great grandpappy. All right, so they like it. I love it. Put them all in jail, hunt them down like they did the Nazis. Yeah, don't be on here with no bullshit because I'm not. Let me be clear. I told you what I told you because I wanted to make it clear for why Sean Davy Way feels away. I heard names was being mentioned. I know shit and I said it. I'm not debating anybody. Okay? I'm not interviewing anybody or having them interview me. I'm not conversing with anybody. Actually, after today, if somebody mentions that person in my chat, I'm going to have the mods time you out. No shade, no tea. I don't engage with stupid people, with stupid situations. I don't. Okay? If you ain't learned that about Jovi B, I don't. Okay? I said what I said. She can say what she say on her own platforms. I don't care. I ain't gonna look. Don't tell me. I don't give a shit. Okay? I know the truth. I told you what I told you. Sean David Wade came in here yesterday. He told y'all what he told y'all. I told y'all. Hot Shot. I forgot about him yesterday. I remembered. Hit up Hot Shot. Ask him. Don't ask me nothing. Okay? I don't engage. I don't play these petty, stupid girl fight games. I don't engage. She can be cackling all the way to the top, and she gets there. Now she's cackling more. Damn right. Sharon says Obama left a pandemic plan along with enough healthcare equipment to keep the country safe. Trump sold the equipment to China and pocketed the proceeds. Y'all remember that? That's what I said. We got to remember these things. We got to remember these things. Remember when we were thirsty trying to find ventilators? After, like Sharon said, he sold them. Remember when we were trying to find ventilators all over the world? Remember when people were so angry because Rihanna bought a couple fucking ventilators and sent them down to her home country? Remember that? When they was beefing with China and when all the countries were fighting over vents and medical equipments and masks and gloves and shit, and we had a surplus, but then, oh, all right, sorry y'all. That shit made a chuckle. That shit. Y'all know I'm sick. That shit just brought up a little bit of mucus. Okay. All right, we back. We ain't doing this. Oh my god. Yeah, they're the ones by the taco truck. It's crazy, dummy magma people who are inciting the violence. But people want to be dumb. That wasn't a great time for anybody who wasn't a white man. Let's be even clearer. That wasn't a great time for anybody who wasn't a white man. Parents. She said her family is rich, not his. She said Kamala's very intelligent. She says she was out here looking. I didn't watch it. I'm moisturized, gone. She was stressed out. Can you imagine? Yeah, because he done changed personalities about 4 or 5 times from what I hear in the last 3-4 years. Can you imagine? And now you and your Indian ass is up on the RNC stage while they are chanting, and you know that they're trying to send not only your parents back, but you back to a place you weren't even born. Girl, we have a lot of D9s in here. We do. I am not a part of the sorority. Okay, my college, we didn't have it. They didn't have sororities. It was a thing in the constitution of the school. It was a whole thing. It was weird because I went to a fashion school. You would think that we would have, but it was But shout out to y'all. Yusuf said, Black immigrants never been the issue for me. It's literally the non-Black ones. The Black ones are our people too, and I don't see them committing all these horrible crimes. This is true. She's an attorney. She's gonna tear that ass up. Yeah, not just a lawyer, but a big bad one as well. A big bad one. Yusuf said the best thing Trump has done will lift the veil on evil folks we knew was running the country. Listen, that right there. Oh, they all need to like how they hunt down the Nazis all over the world. Yeah. Child, she been taught how to debate from high school because all lawyers, all of them girls was on the debate team. All of that. She gonna tear that ass up. All right. All right, so let's jump over to Twitter now. I think I read enough. We'll read the rest later. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, all that good shit. Okay. So I done Googled, well, not Googled, I searched Kamala Harris. And this is, I guess, the call.
I am proud of you.
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
We know this is staged, but we love it anyway.
Hi, you're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh my goodness. Michelle, Brock, this means so much to me. I am looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
I love it. Listen, but Trump out here saying they might not pick her. They might pick somebody else. Where you been, Sway? Who you talking to, Sway? You need to be worried about picking a new vice president, Sway. I'm not doing this. This is back in 2007. She was an early supporter. What? Oops.
Each face the question, what kind of country do we want to live in? There are some people who think we should be a country of chaos, of fear, of hate. But us, we choose something different. We choose freedom. The freedom not just to get by, but get ahead. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to make decisions about your own body. We choose a future where no child lives in poverty, where we can all afford health care, where no one is above the law. We believe in the promise of America, and we're ready to fight for it. Because when we fight, we win. So join us. Go to KamalaHarris.com and let's get to work.
I'ma keep on running because the winner don't quit on themselves.
Damn right. Y'all, you know, I just had a thought. I didn't just have the thought. I just remember the thought that I had like yesterday. So you know that Van Stu, the one who's going to be Trump's VP. You know how he was talking about women, if you don't have kids, you shouldn't have no power, right? And he also made comments about, I guess in that same speech, they didn't put the whole thing, or that same, whatever he was doing, the same interview, that, it's just a bunch of cat ladies with no babies. And you know what the white women did? The white women pulled up a picture of Taylor Swift. I think it was on Vogue, child. Taylor Swift, the whitest of the white women, the whitest white woman, the ones that all the other white women look up to. That's their Beyonce. No, that's their Beyonce times 10 because they ain't got a lot of them. So we love, that's their Beyonce times 10. Okay. Because we have, ain't too many of them, pulling a Taylor Swift. And it was a picture of Taylor Swift with a cat over her shoulders. Child, you don't fuck with the Swifties. That's all I'm saying. You don't fuck with them Swifties, okay? That's like fucking with the Beehive. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Sean, he said he's a father. He voting. Oh my God. And if she wins the election, she will be sworn in by Supreme Justice Brown. Well, Justice Brown Jackson, that's her name. So the first Black Supreme Court justice, will swear in the first Black woman president. I love it for her. Look at this. She said, Lindsay said, I didn't vote in 2016. I choose to sit back in my privilege and abstain. I should have shown up for Hillary, but I didn't. Now I'm throwing my total support behind Kamala Harris. I also just made my first ever donation to a political candidate. Yeah, these white women were white women. I'm glad. She said she sat up in her privilege and she abstained because they didn't think it was going to affect them because they white and they white and they white and they white. And they starting to realize that being white ain't enough. Being white ain't enough. Being white, blonde hair, blue eyes ain't enough. You got to be a white man. Okay? Can't be a white woman. Can't be a white woman who can't have children. Can't be a white woman, period. Can't be a white woman without 85 children. Can't be a white woman who don't have 8 children and still a size 2. You don't count. Okay? When the Republicans tell you how they feel about you, believe it. Oh, yeah. Y'all see this? This is so true. I've been saying this shit, stuff like this going all the time. They were saying it was happening 4 years ago as well. They did find out that it was happening. That's why Facebook, remember when Facebook got hit with all them charges by having Russia, people fuck with our elections to help Trump? Yeah, we're back there again. Oh, this is the cat lady comment.
And it's just a basic one. But look, what I was basically saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made. And so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. With Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it? I just wanted to ask that question and propose. But
these
look, what I was
basically got stake in nothing. They ain't even got stake in their kids majority of the time. What are they talking about? But I love it for them. Former Georgia Republican Lieutenant Governor endorses Kamala Harris.
In our offices and at their own kitchen tables. Enough is enough. The nightmare has to end, and it has to end now.
Listen, that's all we need to hear. He's a Democrat. He's like, listen, the Democrats who were just like, we're just trying to go ahead and please. Okay, so this is the Zoom call that we're talking about. So Kamala broke Zoom. Okay, so this is the white woman call. The white women call had 164,000 participants. Okay, making the largest in Zoom history. They raised $2 million in less than an hour and a half, and tens of thousands of volunteers. Y'all know I'm already volunteering. Y'all know me. As soon as I get this shit out the back of my throat, I don't know what the fuck, this shit out my chest, I'm going there. I got to go there to the Board of Elections to do some other shit anyway. But I'm volunteering. I'm gonna be knocking on my neighbor's doors like, bitch, I know you hear me. I know you hear me. Come outside. Nikki Haley.
For me, I have no problems with Donald Trump. Let's speak some hard truths. If Donald Trump becomes the Republican nominee, we will get a President Kamala Harris. You mark my words. He cannot win a general election. Look at Iowa, look at New Hampshire. He can't get independents. He can't get suburban women. He's losing Republicans who say they don't want him and will vote for someone else. It's a problem. This is not personal for me. I have no problems with Donald Trump. I voted for him twice. I was proud to serve in his administration. This is about the fact America can't lose again. We lost in 2018. We lost in 2020. We lost in 2022. How many more times do we have to lose before we realize we have got to right this ship? And let's
go ahead, Nikki Haley. See, he could have picked. I heard they still voting for Nikki Haley on the on some of the ballots in the Republican states. I don't know. I don't get Republican ballots. Okay. I don't be at the Republican ballot table, but I heard that they have, they be writing her name in, because you could do a write-in. They be writing her name in, and they just be voting for her, and like that shit is crazy. This other man from Alabama, I watched his video earlier. We ain't got to watch it. He was like, I've been a Republican my whole life and I just can't do it no more. She said, women are effing mad. Let me see what she's saying. And they're all supported and donating to Kamala's. Magna is all women, even Republican women at this point. That's the crazy shit. Because a lot of them could tell you whatever they want. They could tell their husbands whatever they want. But when you go up in that voting booth, when you in that little area, okay, you make your own vote. You put in your own vote. They could tell their husbands they voting for Trump all they want. Child, she was on RuPaul Drag Race show. I loved it. She was like, everybody, here's Don Lemon.
Answered the call to support Kamala Harris.
So many people.
This
Welcome
is
back, guys. We're just gonna ride the waves of this.
Largest
we're
Zoom
just
call
gonna let
in
go
history.
and let the Zoom gods.
It crashed.
Glennon's
130,000 strong.
What
this
happened?
is a
Was it
movement.
just
They're
me that
supporting
left?
Kamala Harris.
Everybody left.
And they jumped back. They crashed at 130 and they jumped back in there and got up to 164. Wow. Child, Netflix, the guy one of the founders of Netflix, child, he don't even own Netflix. He donated money to Kamala Harris, and now the Republic. This is how dumb they are. Okay, listen. When Hillary, and I've said this before, and I will say it again, when Hillary Clinton called these motherfuckers deplorable, and she took that shit back, that's when she lost. I swear to God, because excuses for the pervert. You can't make excuses for, anybody, a liar. Like, no, they're a fucking liar. Or whatever. You are deplorable. You're a deplorable human being. You're a deplorable human being. I'm not apologizing to you. You dumb? Her apologizing is what got her ass up out of there. I will never not believe. I will die on that sword.
And 5% of Black women voted for Trump, while 53%.
Hold on.
Kamala Harris just broke Zoom. Tonight there was a call, White Women for Kamala Harris, where over 100,000 registrants and participants joined the call. This White Women for Kamala Harris call was organized by Shannon Watts, who was the founder of Moms Demand. Moms Demand Action is a grassroots movement of Americans demanding reasonable solutions to address our nation's culture of gun violence. In just 36 minutes, White Women for Kamala Harris raised $1.1 million. Damn. At one point in the night, it was reported that they were raising $20,000 per minute, and the system was not built for it. It kept overwhelming the system, and the donation links kept on breaking. They had to continue creating new ones. Listen to this powerful moment by this white woman named Glennon Doyle.
We could not just post trust Black women. We could also start doing it. That forever they have organized, unified, and delivered in elections more reliably than any other group, behind candidates who often didn't even deserve their votes, but who they knew best protected their families, communities, and future. We could look at the numbers. How in 2016, less than 2% of Black women voted for Trump, while 47% of white women voted for Trump. How in 2020, less than 5% of Black women voted for Trump, while 53% of white women voted for Trump. Now is the time to learn from Black women's ability to organize and unify and to follow their lead. We could know that since we are 41% of the electorate, while they are 6%, it is beyond time for us to stop freeloading on their labor in protecting democracy and start carrying our weight. Because if you're like me, you live with some regret and shame about not doing your part in 2016.
I need y'all to follow my head for a second. White women in 2020 voted for Donald Trump at 53% and voted for Joe Biden at 46%. And Joe Biden still won the election with 7 million more votes. If for some reason, with all this enthusiasm and all this organizing, Kamala Harris gets more of that 53% share that Trump got in 2020, Kamala Harris wins this election in a landslide. And that shit is not even motherfucking close.
He said it. I didn't. He said it. What's this? Okay, we ain't reading that. This is where
Kamala Harris just broke Zoom.
Hold on, let me mute it.
Tonight there was a call.
Well, let me mute it. Okay. We have formally responded to Haley voters for Trump. Haley voters for Harris. We have formally responded to Nikki Haley's response to what? We have formally responded to Nikki Haley's cease and desist letter. We have deep respect for Ambassador Haley, patriotism, and sacrifice. We also believe that Kamala Harris will be better for the country than Trump. We will neither cease nor desist. Is Nikki Haley is out here because Nikki Haley voters for Trump is fucking trending, okay? And they are not voting for that man. And now she's trying to be like, hey, don't put me in it. And they like, yes, you're in it too. We tagged you in. We were with you. Now you ain't in it. So now you already said he would win. He would lose to her. So we saw that governor already. All right, so we good. Oh, let's do this one more.
President Trump, you spent the last 2.5 years full-time trying to sow hate and division among us, and that is why we've got nothing done. You have used hate, intimidation, fear, and over 12,000 lies as a way to distract from your failed policies and your broken promises. The only reason you've not been indicted.
Let me say, she said over 12,000 lies. That's the lawyer in her. She counted the lies. She had someone sit there and count the lies.
Is because there was a memo in the Department of Justice that says the sitting president cannot be charged with a crime. But here's what you don't get. What you don't get is that the American people are so much better than this. And we know that the vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us, regardless of our race, where we live, or the party with which we're registered to vote. And I plan on focusing on our common issues, our common hopes and desires, and in that way unifying our country, winning this election, and turning the page for America. And now, President Trump, you can go back to watching Fox News.
Damn. I love it for her. I love it. I love it when I see a black girl pull a black girl on people. She's like, listen, I ain't got time for this shit today. That was a real secret message in that statement. I found it funny nonetheless because look at how it's like you in your face, black men, because you slow enough to be the leaders of broken homes. Oh, Lord. She said, funny you say that. I was just on Reddit right now. I be watching them YouTube channels that be reenacting Reddit stories. It just be hysterical. And I think her name is Berb and Bougie. That's her name. She's a YouTuber now. She used to be a TikToker. She reads a lot of those things. And she says she noticed that a lot of the Am I the Asshole threads on Reddit are normally when they're women who are trying to be looking for, or basically are looking for validation for feeling normal human emotions because some man, more than likely their husband or their boyfriend, did some weird, crazy, fucked up, selfish shit, and they feel a way about it, and everybody are telling them, no, you shouldn't feel a way, just swallow it, just eat it, just accept this fuck shit that I'm doing. And most of the men get up there, and when they tell you their stories, you be like, why are you such a rat bastard? Like, how did you do that to your wife? Some weird shit like that. It's always something weird. It's always something. She said, Yusuf said, I have mixed opinions about them raising that money. Listen, I don't give a fuck as long as they get their ass up out there and vote, okay? Because even though I do believe we are more than they say we are, as in like a number of people, and we have to, it's a shame. And yes, I do know that there are a lot of black men who are down, who are on their own call. I think they raised like 1.1 million. I'm not sure. And but it was like 20,000. Let me see. But nonetheless, we still have to remember that there are a lot of black men who are Tariq followers. Okay, I saw a video from him. He was live streaming this morning. You're gonna fall from the floor for the tricks of the Democrats. Like they are, and I already told you, I think he is a plant. Okay, I think he is a plant, and whatever the case is, we gotta get Kamala in fucking office. Hold on. Harris calls. Okay. I'm gonna look. Hopefully in this article they tell us how much each call. No. Calls. I'm gonna put black male call. Black male call. Let's see what happens. See. Black men back in. Okay. It was 53,000 attendees and they made $1.3 million. Okay, they raised $1.3 million. It was 53,000 of them. Okay. And that first call, remember the first call with black women, people didn't know about it a lot. A lot of people didn't necessarily know about it, but it still jumped up to 64,000. Then they had a call with Mexican women. Okay. I don't know how much was on that call. Let me see. Hispanic women call. Let's see if they give us that information. Let me see. I don't think Tuesday night hosted a call. You all broken the internet. We broken the internet. The event helped raise. Okay, they made like $110,000. It wasn't really that deep, but okay. Okay. All right. So I'm about to drop this link in case anybody want to come up, give me their opinions on what's happening, what's going to happen. I think Trump, I think Trump is scared to debate Harris, but I think his ego, I think when she know how to poke him, poke that hole. Okay, so she poking him all morning. She been poking him since last night. I think his ego, even though his press people or whatever are gonna be like, no, don't debate her. Please don't debate her. Please don't debate her. We know Trump don't listen. Okay, so I do 100% believe there will be a debate. Okay, I 100% believe there will be a debate. Hey, mommy, how are you? Love you too. Love you too. Yusuf is just upset. I get it. But like at this point, I don't really care. I just want them to do what the fuck they have to do, so we can get rid of that man. Because once we get rid of that man, and once we have a prosecutor as president, once we have the prosecutor as president, and they are starting to try to impeach these Supreme Court justices and a lot of these other Republican idiots, I think a lot of them will be removed from office. I think we'll be all right. She said, "Yup, we ended up having to buy the same equipment back from China at a higher price." Of course. Skip, hey Skip. Skip said he's a white dude and he's right there with y'all. Thank you. Oh yes. Tony Michael's podcast. I'm supposed to. He posted a couple of snippets from our show. So shout out to him. I think he was supposed to hit me up. Whatever. I was on vacation. Kayana said the white women gathered on Zoom after the black women did, and it was 150,000 people strong. Their eyes are opening to how sexist the other side was. Yeah, they thought it was, like she said, they living on their privilege. Living on their privilege, not even thinking about it, not going out voting for Hillary, not, you know, and again, that's how all of this started. So all of it started. We got a don't. Oh no, we don't. We got a Sharon is back on our membership. She's been a member for 28 months. Shout out to you, Sharon. Love you, Jovi. I love you too. I love all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for all of your support. And now we have our first caller, our normal first caller. Hey, Bree.
Hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please get these likes up. Make sure y'all share this live. This is important. Look, I'm one of the ones, I don't care who you vote for as long as you vote, but I have to say this for JD Vance, because the things he's been saying, I'm like, bruh, your mother was a crackhead. You told us she could barely take you to school because she chose the party favors over you. So what are you really saying? Then you see how wishy-washy the Republican Party is, because when they saw his wife, all of a sudden they stopped all that rhetoric. We're just going to call it the rhetoric. You know it's bad when the lieutenant governor of Georgia is going up there saying, well, I don't agree with everything Kamala Harris do, but I'm going to vote for her because it seems she has actual policies in place. And he said, and he was like, I don't want to go back to the old ways. Mind you, this is an old, pale man saying this. Now, do I believe they will vote? I don't know. But let me tell you, the fact that the white women are actively showing that they will crash a Zoom trying to donate as much money as possible to the point where they had to say, let's reconvene, shows you something. I don't understand why people act like this is hard. I just seen on Kamala Harris's timeline that she said, voted in office, I'm restoring reproductive rights, baby. And it's not just about going to the chop shop. These people said IVF was
They're taking IVF. They're trying to take away contraceptions, aka birth control, condoms, all
and
of
I'm
that.
like, the fact, and I'm so happy you spoke on that Houston thing. That baby, which was a white baby, by the way, not a black, a white baby was thrown in the trash in Southwest Houston because somebody, and clearly they were smart, they cut the umbilical cord and everything and threw the baby in the trash. There's going to be more young women doing that. I will never forget when I was like 16, I saw in Kentucky this white lady threw her baby in the trash, and thank God this God-fearing family was willing to take the baby. The lady was willing to go to prison, y'all. So y'all think it's a game until your rights are at stake. Some of you don't read nothing, you don't know anything. There's plenty of aunties and grandmas still around who will tell you what girls were doing because they did not want to be pregnant. They was drinking spoiled milk. And these were married women.
Yeah,
I did a whole study on the feminist movement.
Most of the women who were getting abortions back then were married women.
Married women. They was willing to die in the back alleys at their homegirl house, getting listeria, so that way they do not have to be pregnant. Some of y'all don't understand what is going on. They was willing to shove soda up their hoo-has. Y'all are not understanding.
Hangers.
Y'all are not understanding. And it's more than just that. And don't let anybody fool you. Candace Owens came out here talking that trash because the George Floyd bill and the other one is on the table because Sonia Massey's unalived. That father said it. He said we will not stop. And he mean business. He said he had a triple bypass so that way he could be on this earth to make sure the bills get put in place. That's called call to action. He was serious. So for Candy Girl to say it's not about race, what person do you know goes in somebody's house and they say I rebuke you and then they unalive? Make that make sense. We don't know any white women out here unalive.
It went quiet, Bree. We can't hear you. Oh, something happened. She'll be back up. But she spoke on it. It's true. Like, you need to ask. You need to ask. your grandmas, your aunties, how it was back in the day. It was wild. It was wild. And it wasn't a bunch of, flower children, because that's what y'all think it was, running around doing shit, getting pregnant. No, it was a bunch of married women because they couldn't afford to have no more goddamn babies. Because they didn't want to be stuck with more fucking babies. Stuck. Prissy said, I wonder why they believe women should have children. It's an assumption because not all women can conceive or go full term like me. Listen, it's a lot of women who can't have babies. It's not just, oh, women don't want to have children. That too, because y'all are trash. And they keep showing us the women who can and choose not to. They keep giving them more and more reasons not to. Okay. And there are so many women who are out here who could not have children. I remember when I was like 19, I knew this girl. I was like 19, 20. I was like 19. She was younger than me. She was probably like 18, 17. I don't know. She had a whole ectopic pregnancy, could not have babies, her whole thing. And she was 17 years old. She just could not, and whatever, she just could not have children. It happens. It happens. And it happens a lot more than we think. People don't have to tell you their business. A lot of these niggas out here can't have babies. A lot of these hoes out here, a lot of them Republican men talking all that shit, raising other motherfuckers' children. Let's talk about that. A lot of their things don't work. Plus, Vance, I forgot, I heard this one because she was talking about Vance and his mother, okay? And they always want to take out their crackhead mama issues on us. Y'all ever notice that? They always want to take out their crackhead mama issues on us. Okay? Vance just mad that his daddy ain't stay around, but you probably shouldn't have been born. Okay? But nonetheless, what was I about to say about Vance? It's something else that I just heard, and I was like, what in the world? I'm gonna remember it. I'm gonna remember it. She said when she certifies her own win, magma heads will collectively explode. Listen, it's going to be some stuff. Yeah, my mama said it's when she wins, not if she wins. Y'all get it together, okay? She ain't talking to me. She's talking to y'all. Yes, thank you, DC. Yes, don't forget to go to jovibeauty.com, get you one of our dope ass scarves, one of our bonnets. If you ordered anytime from last week to yesterday, all those orders were shipped out yesterday, even to our lovely subscriber in the freaking Netherlands. I was like, what? Huh? But it's out, okay? It's out. It's on its way, and it'll be to y'all in about 4 to 5 days. Miss Netherlands, yours about 5 to 6. That's what they said, okay? She said a lot of our audience is conservative. I don't know. I do consider myself a little bit conservative. I think the older you get, we all get a little bit conservative. The Republicans, to me, do not embody conservativeness, right? They just embody racism. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. That's the problem. It's like, okay, yeah, you can get behind a couple of things, but like, it's all about racism and sexism. If you're not a white man, you're kind of fucked. Okay? They had them gassed up for a little bit and just was like, oh, if you white, you good. If you white, you good. If you white identifying, you good. No. They letting you know. Because Donald Trump has allowed them to, express their feelings in real life. They ain't got to lie no more. They said what they said. They said, if you're not a white man, you don't got no rights. If you ain't a woman pushing out babies, you shouldn't have no rights. Even if the nigga abandoned his children, I guess he got rights. Right? Yeah, I love it for them. She said, Skip says our ladies from the podcast were on a call donating last night. That is amazing, Skip. That is great. Listen, we all need to be putting in our part. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm an election worker. I work all elections for the last. No, I missed the COVID election. I ain't gonna hold you. I missed it. I wasn't gonna die. But I've been working elections for 20 years. I got to go down there next week, and I'm trying to, do some other shit. But yeah, we got to play. This is our right. I just need to keep saying that. This is our right, especially to us Black Americans, because sometimes we forget that. This is our right. Our grandparents had to take fucking, well, my grandparents were from here. Y'all had to take literacy tests, had to take bullshit tests, fake tests, dumb shit, had fought hard for us to be able to go to the fucking polls, for us to be able to send our delegates. Y'all know that election I worked a month ago where we were picking the delegates? And I told you, wasn't there too much people up in there? So my ass picked the Brooklyn delegates. The people who voted that day picked the delegates. And thank God for them delegates who we sent up there who said, Kamala, yes, because they know what the constituents want. Okay? The elections matter. They do. And we sent their asses up there. And we were very proud. The old ladies was coming in, was like, I'm getting all the Black delegates. I was like, all right, ma'am, just pick them and go ahead. Don't pick more than 8. Oh, she said, I'm definitely not miserable. I love my freedom. Yeah, that's men speak. Because men think like you just have to be miserable if you're not, if one of us aren't attached to you destroying your lives, being a burden, forcing you to do these things we don't want to do, being bad boyfriends and husbands that you got to write stories on Reddit to because you would. Right, sorry. Got to write stories on Reddit because you too embarrassed to tell your friends what your husband did. She said, oh, Skip says they scared we know about Project 2025. They are in shambles. I try like at least once a week. I got at least once a week. We know this is not my, I guess, bread and butter when it comes to my content. It's not. I don't get as much views as I get when we talking about the shits and the but this shit is important. So until the election happen, we're gonna do this at least once a month. Once a week. She said I'm about to get me a new Netflix account. Ciao. She said Hillary would have won if she just held her ground, but she wavered and Republicans ate her up. That's what I'm saying. If she would have said, I said what I said, she would have won. But her backtracking, they ate her ass up. And they didn't want to take her seriously because, like, you backtracking. Stand on business. When you're dealing with asshole, racist people, you have to stand on business. You can't let them think they get no. Stay. You want to stand on your racist business? No doubt, bruh. I'm gonna stand on business too, and I'm gonna tell you about yourself, and you just gonna be mad. You just gonna be mad. She said, listen, when their faces were plastered as the reason women's rights were taken away, baby, they jumped ship. They jumped ship so bad. They were like, wait, what? Please don't forget to donate to the channel. Y'all already know, Cash App, Super Chat, all that good stuff. It's appreciated. They were shitting bricks. We're like, wait, hold up. We didn't realize this was, our privilege doesn't protect us from this shit. Wait a minute. They taking away our IVF. Wait a minute. Make it make sense, though. This is why they don't make sense. How do you, on one hand, want to take away abortion rights because everybody need to have children, but then on the other hand, want to take away IVF? what? You would think that the Republicans would be pushing for free IVF, right? You would think that they would be pushing for free IVF because we need to bring all the babies, white ones, babies into the world. You would think that, but apparently not. She said women are learning to not let everybody divide them because it's not nobody anymore. These men have not been productive as they should have been. Child, they ain't been productive, and I don't know, man. When you got these men you running the world, I keep telling you, men, a lot of them, too many of them, think and move with their penises. And that is the problem. Too many of them think and move with their penises. If it's going to get their penis wet, okay? Like, they can't even run their households. Can we be honest? Even when they think, like Vance, he out here thinking he the man. His wife run his household. His wife is there with the children. His wife is making sure everything runs. His wife is making sure his dorky ass has clean underwear and clean socks. That's his wife. His wife is his emotional dumping bag. His wife is the one that's getting dragged all over social media for being Indian. She's going through it. But, and however, we let them run the world. No, ma'am. I think having a woman president, and even if you wanted to say, oh, we didn't want Hillary because she's too whatever, we can't change time. Y'all fucked up because, y'all fucked up. But now we have an opportunity to let a woman with common sense and who actually knows the law, shocker, make this country a better place. Okay? I did see that. I did see when President Ford was speaking about how it would happen, and it's happening. Let's continue. Hey, Bippy. Hey, Prissy, everybody. Braids. They're really clowning. Republicans really taking L's. Yes, they're taking hard L's. I'm trying to think what I was going to say about Vance that I forgot. It wasn't about his mom. It was something else I was going to say about him. It completely went. You know what? When I get off of here, that's when it's going to come back to me. Protect your womanhood, please. She said, Braid said, my grandmother already said she had to sneak the pill in her purse and take it at work. Damn. You couldn't take it home, because the goal was to subjugate us, to keep us locked in a box. That's why women used to be so fucking, you think those housewives, they were happy, they were perked up, liquored up, perked and liquored up. That's why we had so much serial killers. Remember when Vance, I got you in a minute. Remember when Vance was like, oh, if the messed up households, they might have been abusive, but, I don't know, they should have still stayed together because it didn't help the kids. Vance, that's what I remember. He a homosexual, allegedly. I got you 1 second, Brie. He's a homosexual. He was a homosexual in high school. He's not a homosexual no more because he had a conversation with a priest, and the priest told him if he wanted to go to heaven, he couldn't be a homosexual no more. So he found him a wife. But he homosexual. You don't not be gay no more. Is that why he's so angry at the women? Because he want to be one of us? Hey, Brie.
Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry y'all couldn't hear me, but you are so spot on. If y'all go watch Dahmer on Netflix, it literally shows Jeffrey Dahmer's mother was on all types of stuff when she was pregnant with him, but when she was pregnant with the second child, she wasn't on any of that stuff. Hence why altered realities, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but we saw how that turned out. That man was out here unaliving black men and some minority men. So it is what it is. And he used the houses in Virginia's to scare off the police. That's why they didn't get caught. It didn't have nothing to do with race. It was simply people didn't know how you caught it, and they felt like same loving is how you could spread it by touching or something. That was just in the 80s, was it not?
Yes.
So we are not that far removed. People need to understand when you vote for policies in place, a lot of people don't like to listen to us, and I understand. Black women, stop arguing with these fools, okay? Stop arguing with them. Don't even get on Twitter to malign yourself with the riffraff, okay? Look at it and block them. The moment somebody says they're not voting, instantly, I don't even check to hear what they got to say because I don't care
They don't
what you have
matter.
to say.
They don't mean nothing. They don't matter.
You're invoking your right not to vote, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, the president is just not up for election. It's the House and the Senate. The Tariq Nasheeds are trying to sway y'all not to do anything. Okay? Like, Angela Rye said something the other day, and she was just like, oh, we're not even the heart of the culture anymore, speaking about her. And we're not listening to you because you don't like to condemn your friends who are bad people or give a message. That's why we're not listening to you. That's why it's so important to just push the actual facts.
Yeah.
Take your feelings out of it, because at the end of the day, when we're dealing with politics, your feelings can't be in it, but don't be a fool. Put them policies in place for the community, i.e. Black people, because every ethnicity has a bill in place for them. It's our time. Let's do the work. And why not come to the table with something? I never clowned Ice Cube because Ice Cube said he wanted to sit down with both parties, and guess who didn't listen to him? Guess. He said who didn't sit down with him. Hence why he went and talked with Donald Trump. So there's some failures on both parts. But I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm not voting for somebody. I'm not telling y'all who I'm voting for because it's none of your business. But I'm going to vote because the civil rights movement is not even 100 years old. It's not even 100 years old. Jim Crow is not 100 years old. So
and they took away abortion rights. Why wouldn't they take away
Jim Crow
civil rights?
They trying to
Jim
take
Crow.
it away now.
Come on.
Like, and that's why I said, I don't have an issue with Donald Trump. He's done things, but that was before my time. But I know the type of person he is. He is by any means necessary. Whoever has the biggest bank wins. And we saw that in 4K. So that told me what I need to know. Look at the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is stacked because the Democrats were asleep, and now they woke the hell up.
Yeah.
Okay? They woke up.
Yeah.
And now they're getting busy.
Yep.
So
playing games, trying to be fair, trying to be these motherfuckers. You trying to be fair with people who ain't gonna be fair is crazy.
They not. They already said the president has immunity, baby. Since when? 2024. There you have it. But those are just my thoughts. Make sure y'all hit the link. Don't be mad in the chat. Talking is better than typing. All right, Jovi, I'm dropping back down.
Yeah, she's right. Like, it doesn't, like, if I always say that if you don't vote, like, I really don't. And it's always them. They always have so much to say. Always got so much to say. I tell you, they always got so much to say. I tell you, I know somebody, and they be like, we always talking about what's happening in elections, what happened in elections. And then I found out like 2 days ago, like, you don't vote. You never vote. Like, what? Why do you have so much to say? What you say don't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Your opinion, your thoughts, your whatever, doesn't matter because you did not put in your vote. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, it is true. I don't care. Stand for something. We couldn't even get apartments. Fuck or buy a house. We couldn't even get apartments. If you were a single mother abandoned by one of these fuckers or whatever in the 80s. In the 80s, y'all. House. Shit. Y'all want to go back to these men's coming and just taking all y'all shit? Damn. Yeah, these things happen sometimes. They happen. A lot of these men can't do nothing. She said he ain't had no daddy in the home and he mad. Yeah, like you think having your mom, according to Bree, his mama was a crackhead. That means your daddy was probably a crackhead or sold the drugs. Like, so you think being raised in a house with a fucked up nigga and a fucked up mama was a win? At least you got one fucked up parent. 2 fucked up parents? Jesus. Yes, they are. So y'all can go over to jovibeauty.com, get your bonnets today. I am shipping out tomorrow. I shipped out yesterday. I ain't shipping out shit today. I'm shipping out tomorrow. Yes, it's literally risking our lives, but they don't care. All they do, they're done. But then they think they're literally done. A lot of them, not, but a lot of them are literally done. Like, they're literally done. Like, a diaper, what? A wake up at night, what? Take the kid to school, what? These just random things. Making dinner for a kid, what? Cleaning up a mess, what? DC says she fighting. DC says she voting for her daddy. DC says she voting for her daddy. Damn right. Damn right. Damn right. DC says she voting for her daddy. I ain't mad at her. Hey, his wife be looking miserable. I bet she's alone feeding a cat. I bet you she hates that man. I bet you she hates that man. She got married. Now she's stuck. Her parents are probably very conservative. She may be able to get out of this shit now after all of this shit. She felt she's stuck. But thank God she the one with the money. Hopefully she can get out of this shit. Coming up there looking crazy because she feels crazy on the inside. Y'all know when we are in bad situations in our marriages, relationships, or whatever, that's when we are the downtrodden, bitch. Downtrodden. That's why you done gained about 50 pounds. You could tell a woman who is in a horrible situation and you know when she leaves that situation by the just stress off her shoulders, the pounds that just fly off of her because she's not stressed, even the fucking lines in her face dissolves. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. Yeah. I was going to say because she gave male energy. She did, but still, we got a crazy person in office. Hated black people in a thirsty way, that she wore pantsuit, that she only dealt with her cheating, and that she dealt with her cheating husband. Shit, a lot of them dealt with their cheating husbands. And look, again, all of that, and look what happened. All of that, and look what happened. Y'all remember when Donald Trump had the National Guard shooting rubber bullets and gassing people in DC? Y'all remember that? So he could stand up in front of the church with the Bible. Do y'all remember that? I do. Do you remember when we found out that he didn't want them to use rubber bullets? That he wanted the people, the National Guard and them to live fire? And the generals in them were like, no. It was the generals that were like, no. I remember that. I do. He would have lay y'all asses out. I remember that. Proverbs said, you will get the views because I will be sharing this video. For some reason, they will listen to you before they do me. Thank you. She said that, I think so. I think the IVF is what took white women over the fucking line. White women were already like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? IVF, they like, oh no, bitch. Even I said, I was like, how you take away abortion and IVF? Don't y'all want us to have children? Yes, men rule with their dinglings and their egos. We know this. They have shown that they have lack of wisdom, and haven't had a president that ruled with wisdom and empathy in a long time. We have not, and that's what we need. We need a woman. We need a woman, because like they say, these men don't even run their own house. What they talking about running this house? They don't even run their own house. Please. She said it's not our responsibility. It's not. They need to get their shit together. It's not our responsibility. We're going to do it because, again, I don't want my kid fucked up. She going to college in about 3 years. Taking away Board of Education. You know what taking away Board of Education means? All those student loans, that too, that's going. That's going. Them student loans, people who don't want to vote. Y'all kids and y'all grandkids that are in school and they got loans, or they got a scholarship or something like that. That's connected to that. When that's gone, that's gone. So I need us to get it, but a lot of us don't want to, and that's cool. That's cool. We'll save you too. So you can just sit up and be difficult. She said Vance isn't standing up to the people who are saying negative things about his wife. Nope, not one bit. Not one fucking bit. Poor lady. She said for Harriet had a live last night all about JD Vance. That's good for Harriet. She be going in. She said, how you doing? And immunity to the police. That girl was just murdered in her own house trying to make her some tea off the stove. Trying to make her some fucking tea off the stove. She said there was a woman who lied and said her brother was her husband so she could buy her house. This was viral. This is real. That was real. And you would have to hope to God that you were raised by a decent dad who would help you out without trying to force you on some horrible nigga, or a brother that gave a fuck about you and was trying to help you out and not just trying to say, oh, well, get somebody else to do it. Like, this is real shit. And misogyny me massaging. The 90s. Yep, the 90s, you could hardly buy a house as a woman. Let's stop it. I was a fucking teen in the 90s. She says the way they say babysitting when they watching their own kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, run the world. They can't even run their homes. They don't even run their offices. Their secretaries do. Like, these men, they can't chew. You know how they used to say you can't walk and chew gum at the same time? A lot of these motherfuckers cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. Women, we gotta walk, chew gum, dig in our purse to find the fucking formula with the baby here, spill it with the bottle of water, making the bottle. Stop playing on me. Stop playing with me. Starting a car. She said, Jovi and Couture Bay, y'all talk good sense. I truly enjoy these conversations. Thank you. I enjoy them too, actually. They talk about Hillary, child. She said, Bippy said, I'm pushing 50 and I've seen so much, honey. It's refreshing to listen to youngers speaking truth. Thank you. I ain't that much younger than you, girl. Thank you, girl. Yeah, because we can't fix everything. It's not even enough of us to do that. It's not enough of us. It's not enough of. She said she better see about a divorce attorney after this time period if she know what's good for her. Yeah, because if he do get in, it ain't no such thing as no fault divorce, and he ain't cheating on her, not with no woman. He ain't cheating on her with no woman. She said, I almost use a female coworker as my mate to adopt a child. They don't want single people to adopt in Texas. That's crazy. She said, I bought the home I owned with my mom in the early 2000s. She said, I've been awake 6 years. Yo. It's sad and funny at the same time, but it's true. And we all know it's true. We all know it's true. It's us. I keep saying, well, you know, we need women to run some of this world because the way it's going, What happened when I checked out at the hotel? I checked out at you about the second hotel or the first hotel? I don't know what you're talking about. The second hotel, I didn't even check out properly. I checked out on a plane ride home. Not even on a plane during the we had a stopover in Dallas or whatever. So I checked out then. Because I didn't spend the night. You know, I had to get on a my flight left at like 1 something in the morning. So did you mean that hotel? The first hotel that did not try to offer me extra night because Delta was fucked up. You mean them? I like the hotel though, but you mean them? You mean the hotel with the ghost or the werewolf that tried to get me? You mean that person? You mean the hotel? I normally fly straight. I don't do layovers. Yeah, if you should know that about me by now if you've been watching it long enough. I don't do layovers, but when you are stuck in Vegas, you have no fucking choice. Okay? When you are stuck in Vegas and your Delta flight is telling you, oh, we might send you out on Thursday. No. Okay? When you gotta book that American airline flight, and that bitch said you're gonna have like a little 2-3 hour layover, baby. When I'm telling you, me and my homegirls was looking, they had one flight, it was like a 5-hour layover. I was about to jump on it. I didn't give a fuck if I just had to sit up in the airport for 5 freaking hours. It was stressing me out. But it was only a 2.5 hour layover, so it wasn't that bad. Plus, our first plane came in late, so it wasn't really that bad. It was probably like an hour and a half or some shit like that. So it was cool. All I care about is I got home, child. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. But they didn't. So it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get up out of here. I'm actually kind of hungry. And I need to take some more medicine because I feel it coming down on my girl. I feel it coming down on your girl. I feel it coming down on your girl. If anything else occurs regarding this foolishness, I probably will be back to tell y'all about it. As always, y'all know the vibes. I wish you to live your life like it's golden because there's no other way to live it. Please don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. And if you can, donations are thoroughly appreciated. And now we're going to get out of here.